You know how, for ages, we've been promised robots that look and move just like us, but they always end up stiff, mechanical, and, well, a bit underwhelming? It's like we're living in a future that never quite arrives. That's where Clone Alpha changes the story. This humanoid robot, built by Clone Robotics, has managed to stir even the most unflappable tech leaders, and it all hinges on something as humble as water. We've seen plenty of robots with human-like silhouettes, but Clone Alpha is different because it genuinely mirrors how our bodies function. It's got synthetic organs, artificial muscles, and a skeletal structure inspired by our own 206 bones, right down to ligaments and joints. The upper body alone has 164 points of articulation, each hand-wrist-elbow combo boasting 26 degrees of freedom. In plain terms, it moves more like you and me, and less like a factory arm with a plastic mask stuck on top. Why is this so huge? Well, for one, having a body that moves as we do means fewer awkward transitions between what a human can handle and what a machine can accomplish. Think about tasks that require a gentle touch like picking up your morning mug. Clone Alpha might actually do that without smashing it to bits, and that's a big leap forward. Most robots rely on electric motors, gears, or servo systems to move. Clone Alpha tosses that script out the window. Instead, it harnesses water-powered Myofiber technology. Each synthetic muscle fiber uses water pressure to contract, sort of like our own muscle fibers use electrical signals and chemical processes. Here's the kicker. A single 3-gram fiber can generate 1 kilogram of force and contract 30% of its length in under 50 milliseconds. Translation: Clone Alpha isn't just delicate, it's fast and strong when it needs to be. And that combination of gentleness, speed, and strength has left some of the savviest AI experts speechless, including the CEO of ChatGPT, who's no stranger to groundbreaking tech. Consider for a second how your human heart keeps you alive, pumping blood, delivering oxygen. Clone Alpha has a miniature hydraulic pump that does the same for its water-based muscles. It circulates fluid at about 40 liters per minute at around 100 psi, all while drawing just 500 watts of power. To keep that fluid on track, Clone Robotics developed low-power valves that they call aqua jets. The result is finely tuned, lifelike motion. No clanking or whirring motors, just a near-silent whoosh of water moving through synthetic veins. Humans don't just move, we perceive. We see, we sense our joints, we gauge pressure. So does Clone Alpha, in its own robotic way. It's fitted with 4 depth cameras for visual input, 70 inertial sensors to track each joint, 320 pressure sensors woven into its muscles. All this data gets processed by microcontrollers and is then passed on to an NVIDIA Jetson Thor GPU running Clone Robotics Cybernet model. This is how it gains proprioceptive awareness, fancy talk for knowing where your limbs are without having to look at them. If you've ever closed your eyes and still knew how to clap your hands, that's proprioception. Clone Alpha can do that, robotically speaking. What's a fancy robot worth if it can't do anything practical, right? Clone Alpha doesn't just show off its agility, it arrives with 16 built-in skills from vacuuming and table setting to folding clothes and pouring drinks. Imagine it greeting your guests while tidying up your living room in real time. It can even track your kitchen supplies, so you never run out of the essentials. Plus, there's a platform called telekinesis that lets you teach it new skills by guiding it through motions or giving it instructions. It's like how you show a friend how to make your favorite recipe, except your friend is a water-powered android absorbing every detail. A creation this bold doesn't come out of nowhere. The founders CEO Dushriya Krishnan and CTO Lucas Kozlik have been tinkering with biomimetic designs for years. They first worked on a robotic hand with a rotating thumb that could catch a ball, followed by a humanoid torso that replicated shoulder and spinal movements. Each prototype built on the last until they had the confidence to go all in on a full-scale humanoid. That same passion is what drives them to say, why not replicate the whole human body? Look, no major breakthrough is without its critics. Some folks point out that Clone Alpha hasn't yet been shown as a fully integrated system in one big reveal. We've seen the parts: hand, torso, muscles, but not the entire robot going through its paces on camera. And scaling this up for production? That's a whole other beast. Clone Robotics knows that, which is why they're releasing just 279 units initially. Better to get real feedback, refine the tech, and prove that a water-powered robot can handle everyday demands before going mainstream. If Clone Alpha lives up to the hype, it could jumpstart a more personal relationship between humans and machines. For instance, in a healthcare setting, you'd want a robot that can be both gentle with patients and reliably strong lifting, positioning, assisting without the cold mechanical vibe we've grown used to. In industrial environments, it could slip into assembly lines without massive overhauls, collaborating with human workers on intricate tasks. And yes, at home, it's one step away from the dream, an assistant that can actually sense and adjust to your presence, your living space, your daily habits, all with the subtlety of human intuition. That possibility alone is enough to intrigue even the biggest AI skeptics. We're used to AI being intangible lines of code in the cloud, chatbots that live on your screen. Suddenly, there's a tangible embodiment of advanced AI that doesn't look like a typical robot at all. The water-powered muscle system is downright revolutionary, and the synergy of sensory data, advanced processing, and biomimetic design signals a shift in how we think about AI with a body. When the top brass at ChatGPT, who've seen the wildest frontiers of machine learning, look at Clone Alpha and go, "Wait, that is new," it speaks volumes. It's the convergence of cutting-edge AI and a near-human physiology. That alone has the potential to reshape the entire conversation around robotics and leave more than a few CEOs doing a double take. Of course, there's still a long path from incredible prototype to household companion. But the key takeaway is that Clone Alpha isn't just another gadget teased on a crowdfunding page. Its underlying technology, water-powered muscles, a biomimetic skeleton, an AI-driven brain, represents a real leap forward. If it succeeds, we might look back on this moment as the day robotic bodies began catching up to AI minds. So whether you're a skeptic, a believer, or just someone who's tired of hearing about robots that can't even climb stairs without falling over, take note. A water-powered, human-like machine is on the horizon. And if it makes folks at the cutting edge of AI stand up and pay attention, maybe we all should. That's the remarkable story of Clone Alpha. It's a glimpse of a future where robots aren't just steel and circuits, but fluid, lifelike creations capable of helping us in ways we never thought possible. What do you think about this? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of these kinds of videos. Thanks for watching.